Imagine a world where your local pharmacy was a front for an illegal sugar trade, a time when a simple treat could lead to a moral scandal. During the era of strict blue laws, ice cream sodas were strictly prohibited on the Sabbath, forcing a radical transformation of the American dessert menu. We are uncovering the bizarre legislative battle that turned a simple treat into an act of rebellion. This is the dangerous seduction of the soda fountain. The 1890s were a time of rapid industrialization and newfound leisure for the growing American middle class. And at the heart of every town sat the local pharmacy, a place of health that was becoming the social center of the community. The centerpiece was the soda fountain, a marvel of engineering that turned plain water into a fizzy, flavored elixir. The ice cream soda was the ultimate trendy treat. It was refreshing, sophisticated, and increasingly controversial. It created a new kind of social space, one that existed outside the traditional boundaries of the home or the church. But this new freedom did not go unnoticed. To the moral guardians of the era, the soda fountain was a place of temptation. Religious leaders began to rail against the fizzy water, labeling it sucking soda, a term meant to evoke a sense of sin. They feared that the pleasure derived from these drinks was a gateway to deeper immoralities and the neglect of spiritual duties. The temperance movement, already powerful, turned its sights from the saloon to the pharmacy counter. The biggest point of contention was the Sabbath. Sunday was a day for prayer and rest, not for frivolous indulgence. Many states and towns had strict blue laws on the books, legislation designed to enforce religious standards of behavior. Under these laws, the sale of ice cream sodas on Sundays became a criminal act in many parts of the country. For pharmacy owners, Sunday was one of their most profitable days. The ban was a crushing blow to their livelihoods. This led to an era of sugar bootlegging. People would sneak into pharmacies through back doors just for a taste of the Forbidden Fizz. Bizarre legal battles erupted. Was it a beverage, a food, or a medicinal tonic? The courts were forced to decide. Desperate to keep their customers, shopkeepers began to experiment with the components of the soda. They realized the laws specifically targeted the soda, the carbonated water. What if they just left it out? The story goes that in 1881, in Two Rivers, Wisconsin, a customer asked for the syrup used in sodas to be poured directly over the ice cream. It was called the sundae treat, a loophole that allowed people to enjoy their favorite flavors without breaking the law. But Evanston, Illinois also claims the title. Their laws were so strict they even banned the sale of ice cream itself on Sundays, for a time. To avoid offending religious sensibilities, the spelling was eventually changed to Sundae, a small shift for a major legacy. For just a nickel, Americans could bypass the Sabbath laws and indulge in a masterpiece of sugar and cream. It was a revolution served in a glass bowl. The men behind the counter, known as soda jerks for the jerking motion of the soda fountain handles, became the mixologists of their day. They developed their own secret language. To burn one was to make a chocolate malted. To paint it red meant adding a cherry. This lingo added to the fountain's allure. The soda fountain became the dry saloon, a respectable alternative to the alcohol-drenched bars that the temperance movement so despised. Yet the controversy remained. America was grappling with the ethics of pleasure. Could one be a devout citizen and still enjoy the frivolous, decadent delights of a chocolate-drenched sundae? As the sundae's popularity soared, so did the variety. Marshmallow, butterscotch, and fresh fruit toppings transformed the simple ice cream dish into an edible art form. The presentation was everything. The unique tulip-shaped glasses and heavy silver holders turned a snack into a sophisticated social event. For women, the soda fountain offered a rare public space for social gathering without the stigma attached to traditional saloons. It was a step toward social independence. By the early 20th century, the grip of the blue laws began to loosen. The sundae had won the hearts and stomachs of the American public. The Roaring Twenties brought a new era of indulgence. The forbidden nature of the sundae faded as it became a mainstream icon of American culture. But the grand marble soda fountains eventually faded away, replaced by the convenience of fast food and prepackaged treats. A piece of social history was lost. Today, we see a craft revival. New generations are rediscovering the art of the fountain, using organic ingredients and historical techniques to recreate the magic. The next time you enjoy a sundae, remember the rebellion that made it possible. A sweet victory against the dangerous seduction of the soda fountain. I'm your narrator for stories behind the food. Stay curious. The battle over the soda fountain was part of a larger struggle in American life between tradition and the new, fast-paced modern world. The 1890s obsession with ice cream sodas was just the beginning. As we look back, we see a country grappling with the ethics of pleasure and the boundaries of faith. This 10-minute exploration has only scratched the surface of the social and economic forces that shaped our favorite desserts. From the silent pharmacies of the 1890s to the neon lights of the 1950s, the sundae remains a symbol of American ingenuity and the enduring human desire for a little bit of sweetness, even when it's forbidden. It is the history hidden in plain sight, on every spoon and in every bite. Thank you for watching Stories Behind the Food.